Hey, this is Overpass Insights. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to talk about why I sometimes miss having a boss. Alright, so every so often I have to stop and remind myself how lucky I am to be working for myself, to be running my own business, because some days it doesn't feel that lucky, right? It feels like, dude, man, this is a lot of work, it's a lot of stress, right? One of my big motivators for starting my own business and working for myself was I didn't want to have a boss anymore. I didn't want a manager. I wanted to be able to have ideas and be able to realize them and have a little bit more control over my life. As a grown-up, I didn't like the idea that I had to spend, out of 7 days, I had to spend 5 of those working for somebody else in order to just survive. And if I wanted to go into a school event for the kids, I'd have to ask permission. Yeah, can I get that afternoon off? And depending on how nice the boss was, sometimes they'll say yes, sometimes they wouldn't. Sometimes they'll say, ooh, I don't know, you've been taking a lot of time off lately. Whatever, which is, I hated that. Or even, like, depending on the job you have, sometimes you have to ask permission to even go to the bathroom. And I think as a grown-up, you shouldn't have to do that. So I do like the fact that I don't have a boss anymore, but there's certain things I miss about having a boss. The big one being that when a client needs to be given bad news, now it's up to me to do it. So this is something I had to do today. I'll have to do it a few more times this week where I have to talk to a client to say, to give them bad news. And usually it's always one of two things. It's either we need more time or we need more money. So the developers are working on something, maybe it's taking a bit longer, or maybe there's something that they need to add that they didn't anticipate to begin with, and we need to ask for more money. But usually I try to make my margins so that we can handle that. So that's not usually the case, but it's always time, and it's never an easy conversation to have, especially when I said, but you said it would be done by Friday. I said, yes, and I fully intended it to be done by Friday, but something's come up, and then we have to add a couple more days, right? And it's not easy to have those kind of conversations, and I wish I didn't have to. I mean, I would make a terrible doctor where I had to tell people, like, I'm sorry, we did everything we could, because even that little bit of bad information I hate giving. I hate giving that little bit of bad news. I like just giving good news. Why can't I just give good news? When you're a software developer working for other people, you have a manager to give the bad news for you, but I wouldn't trade it, though. I mean, but, okay, what I would trade it for is, again, like I said, I do a lot of client work, so client work is a lot more like employment than having your passive income with your own apps. You have your own apps, you don't have a boss, you don't have clients. So in many ways, my clients are my bosses. So you don't have clients, you don't have a boss, you just have your own apps, you have your own income coming in, you're moving and changing to the market, and you're a true entrepreneur. You're really just putting things out there, you're selling something to the public. But then you have your own problems. You have Google Play problems, you got AdMob problems, you got App Store problems, you got suspensions and new rules coming in, and you need to change your terms and conditions and keep an eye on all that kind of stuff. So it's, there's things all around, but again, that's why I say I need to focus more on the passive stuff, but anyway, just want to let you guys know, somebody said to me last week, said, oh, but you're doing really well, you run your own business. And I'm like, yeah, but that's stressful too. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. For those guys who run your own business, what is the most stressful part of your job? For me, I think it's just when I have to give bad news to clients. I think that's the worst bit for me. Anyway, that is it for today. I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow.